What's up guys, it's me Tachi. Welcome back to my channel. I am so happy that you guys are here with me today. So today I'm gonna be sharing with you my recipe of chicken broth. This smells so good and it's so delicious that I really want to share with you guys. So why would you make your own chicken broth? In my case, I make mine because I'm salivating already. I love breaking my fasting or my fast. I don't know exactly how you pronounce that. I love that. And if you're not fasting, I think it's definitely a good idea for you to have in your fridge because you can put in soups. You can drink when it's cold, when you need that extra warmth in your body, and in general if you're not feeling well. And another benefits that you can have from making your own chicken broth is because you can control the amount of salt, you can control the ingredients that you put inside. So overall, in my opinion, it's just healthy for you. And over here in my home we have especially this delicious chicken broth over here. I'm gonna leave down in the info box below all the ingredients that you can use to make yours, and it's super simple, and I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. So let's do it. I had some celery in my fridge that was about to go bad, so I decided to use it. As you guys can see, it's a little bit mushy, it's a little bit soft, but it is perfect. I'm also gonna be kind of cutting in half because that's gonna help us with the size of my pan and also to sift the celery at the end. Over here I have my chicken bones, I have the skins, and I also have the sauce. This fat is basically packed in flavor, and you want to make sure that you're gonna use it all. My onion doesn't need to be cut like in tiny pieces. I'm just gonna be cutting in 4 pieces because chunky or small, it doesn't matter, but it's definitely is easy, it less work. So just a 4, that is enough for me. I'm also gonna be using a whole head of garlic because my husband absolutely loves when I put some extra garlic in there. And it's the same thing if you wanna put like 2 onions, that is completely up to you. I'm gonna be using the biggest pan that I have in my house. So this is the one I use to make soups and broth because it has a perfect size. I'm gonna be putting my chicken, scraping very nicely because I don't want to leave anything behind. Inside the pan, I'm also going to be adding the celery, the garlic, the onion, and as herbs, I'm going to be using rosemary just because it just smells fantastic and the flavor is absolutely amazing. I'm also going to be adding some bay leaves because why not? It's so delicious, and black pepper. Just a quick reminder, make sure that you guys check the info box below so you can see the recipe. So inside my big pan, I'm gonna be adding about 2.5 liters of water just because I wanna have this rich and flavorful broth. But if you wanna have a little bit more or a little bit less of water, just do what you want. And I'm also going to be adding salt, but remember that you can always add salt later. You cannot remove salt, but you can add. I'm going to be putting my pan back in my stove, and I'm going to leave over there for cooking for about 1 hour to 1.5 hours. When I went back to check in my broth, it was ready. Everything was cooked. It was melting. It was just so good, so beautiful, and the smell is just in my whole house. I'm very excited because this week I know I'm gonna have something warm, delicious, and nice to go throughout my week. Make sure that you guys leave this broth to cool completely because this is super hot, and you want to make sure that you're safe when you are sifting your broth. Even though this broth takes a long time to cool down because it's a lot of liquid, it's completely worth it because this next step requires that we use very cold broth. It's much safer and you're gonna feel much more comfortable. You're gonna need a extra pan and also a sieve inside your pan, and you can just pour everything inside because that's gonna hold all the bones, the big chunks of onions, and everything else. If you want your broth to be completely clean, make sure that after this process you use a thinner sieve and then you're gonna have the result that you're expecting. But for me and for my family, this is perfect. I'm also gonna be removing some of the fat, but I kind of like my broth a little bit fatty because the fat brings all the flavor. I love fat. Over here I have some little glass containers, and those glasses are from almond paste that I save them throughout the months, and when they break I feel very, very sad. Over here I'm gonna be putting some of the broth in a big cup, and from there I'm gonna be kind of having to fill it a little bit over half, not all the way to the top, because when you freeze it, that's gonna expand, and if it's too full, it will crack. If you do like this, it's safe and it's perfect. Now I'm gonna be just closing them, and we are ready to take them over to the fridge. If you wanna put a date, or if you wanna write if it's chicken broth or beet meat broth, just that is the best time to do it. I have some leftovers. I'm gonna be putting in a Ziploc bag, and I'm gonna be freezing this because I can use to put in soup or to put in noodles. Even a simple soup recipe or noodle recipe, when you add your own broth, it's just magic. It's just like you're eating something that came from a restaurant. Now you can freeze everything and just enjoy every time that you need one. So guys, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this chicken broth recipe. I love this recipe so much. And if you want to just like freshen up your chicken broth, which I highly recommend, before you drink, when you're warming it up, just put like a little sprinkle of herbs. And this over here that I'm using dry onion leaves. I'm gonna leave like kind of a picture over here so you guys know what I'm talking about, because I'm still learning my English over here, so thank you. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you did, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, hit this notification bell. I'm gonna be so happy, and if you have a little time, please do share with your friends. So guys, that is it for today. Beijos, and see you in the next video. Bye.